A personal statement is one of the most important things when applying for universities, in a way that it sets you apart from the rest of the applicants applying to the similar universities with similar exam scores like you. So how can you take your personal statement to the next level and nail it? Let's talk about it. Hello everyone, my name is Diha. I'm a second year business student studying in Hong Kong. In this video, I want to talk about what is a personal statement, what to include in your personal statement, how to structure your personal statement, and 3 personal tips for my personal statement. At the end of the video, I'm also going to narrate my personal statement that I used to apply to the University of Hong Kong and the Chinese University of Hong Kong, for which I got accepted by both. I'll also put the document link in the description below so you can check that out as well. So what is a personal statement? A personal statement, as the name suggests, is entirely about yourself and nothing else. It's where you present about who you are and what you want to achieve, and how your previous experiences and current interests will help you in achieving what you want to achieve. I want you to see this as a chance to showcase yourself as a unique identity, because there are tens of thousands of other students just like you who are applying to the university with similar exam scores. So really, you're leveraging your personal statement to tell them why they should accept you, why you're different from others, and why you will be a valuable addition to their university. The second part is, what should you include in your personal statement? When you're applying for the university, you've already sent in your resume, your CV, your academic qualifications, and even your certificates. So they do not want to know about this again, and there's no point for you to talk about this anymore. So what you should include is something that they have no idea about. Like, why do you want to study this subject? What makes you want to earn this degree from their university? Or where do you see yourself after graduating from this university with this degree? Or who is your inspiration in your life? All these things will make you unique and stand out from the rest, and this is exactly what you want to do. You want to write about your personal experiences and moments in your life that made you who you are today, and inspirational moments in your life that makes you who you want to be in the future. To do this, you should write about your significant life experiences where you learned major life lessons and little moments in your life that change your perspective on life. For example, the time when you first attended that economics class that got you deeply interested into the subject, making you want to pursue the subject and explore further. Another important thing that you want to include is what you can contribute to the university. Think about this. Why would someone invite you to their house and come to their house? Because they believe that you will add some value to them. Same case here. The university will invite you and accept you to come and study at their university if they think that you can contribute something to the university. Most of the times, the universities are looking for someone who can uplift the learning environment of their university. For example, if you come from a very diverse background or you're one of the minorities, you must talk about this. And another thing you can include is the challenges that you have faced in your life and how you've overcome it. This will be a very good impression for them. These can be financial difficulties, your life setbacks, etc. But keep in mind that there is a word limit for any personal statement that is different from one university to another. For example, if you're applying for UCAS, it is 4,000 characters, I believe. So you don't want to include a lot of things at a very surface level, but what you want to do is to include a few meaningful things at a deeper level. The third part is, how should you structure your personal statement? There shouldn't be any one fixed structure for a personal statement. What I'm going to talk about is my own structure that I think you should consider using it. Since you should include about your significant life experience, I would suggest you to use one most significant life experience and use it as a theme for your whole personal statement. What I mean is, in my own personal statement that I wrote that I'm going to narrate at the end of the video, you can also find the document link in the description below. In that personal statement, I used my experience of being in the middle of the nationwide protest when I was 7 as the overall theme of my personal statement, because that experience changed my perspective on life, my outlook on life, and my ambition in my life. So I want you to think about that one moment of spark in your life that actually made you who you are today and what you want to be in the future. Think about that little one spark moment and use it as a theme of your whole overall personal statement. Now let's talk about the introduction, body, and conclusion. In the introduction, you want to open with a very genuine voice that is also attention-grabbing. The admission officers are reading hundreds, if not thousands, of personal statements every single day, so your job is to grab their attention in the very first sentence. There are no limitations, but rather than starting with a motivational quote, a better option would be, I want to be a musician because music moves me like nothing else. This sounds very genuine and sounds very you, so this will be a very good opening. And then the body paragraph. A must to include in the body paragraph is why you want to study the program you're applying for and how the degree will help you in achieving your life aims. This is where you have to dive deeply into a few major topics that you want to talk about too. For example, if you write about your life challenges, make sure you also write about how you have overcome it, the lessons you have learned from it, and the skills you have gained from it. Or if you have participated in various competitions, either international or local, make sure to write about how this helped you and motivated you to become a more competitive person. Remember, the goal is to not write about many mediocre things on a surface level, but to write a lot about a few things that matter. And then in the conclusion, you should write one sentence to at least repeat about why you want to study this program at their university. A must to include in the conclusion, I would say, is how excited you are to start your degree program at their university and how you are ready for it. Try to leave off with a very strong, sincere enthusiasm in the conclusion. So this is how I would suggest you to structure your personal statement. In the introduction, grab the attention of the reader. In the body, dive deeply into a few very important topics, and in the conclusion, show a very sincere enthusiasm. And the final part is the 3 tips I have for you in writing a personal statement. Tip number 1 is to just get started writing and not think about the introduction a lot, because you're going to change your mind a lot when you actually start writing. And if you focus a lot on the introduction first, not only it is going to take you a lot of time, but also it is going to make you write your personal statement in a very narrow manner that might not allow you to fully express yourself. Tip number 2 is to not include something that the officers already know. I've already talked about this, such as your exam results and subjects you took. But you can include it as an exception if you want to talk about and explain about why you got a lower mark in a certain subject. I would say, do not repeat, but you can justify. Tip number 3 is very classic. Just get started writing. Start today, start early. What happened to me was I watched and learned a lot of videos about how to write a personal statement on YouTube, just like you're doing right now. I thought I was going to write a very good personal statement using all these knowledges and tips that I got. And then I started writing a week before the deadline. It was a bad idea. You're going to be under time pressure, and that will make you anxious a lot. And you will not have enough time to edit and craft it. There are these instances where you're doing your daily activities and then the thought just come into your mind that will be very useful to add into your personal statement. So the earlier you start, the more time you are going to have for these, and the better your personal statement is going to be. These are the 3 tips that I have for writing a personal statement, and on that note, thank you for watching. I hope that you get into your dream university with scholarships. You can check out my unedited personal statement in the description below. I wrote it in a week, so you can also see how much better I could have done had I given more time. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up. That would mean a lot to me. Until then, see you in the next video. Bye bye. It was one afternoon in 2007 when I heard deafening gunshots from the 7th floor of my 8-story apartment. Amid the loud noise of hundreds of panicked protesters, I heard my mother's voice, "Close the doors and stay inside," as I froze with terror while watching people running away for their lives. The experience entrenched in me forever. I believe learning new ideas, insights, and concepts is a very fulfilling aspect of life. When I discovered the beauty of Fibonacci numbers in primary school, I developed a fondness for mathematics. A day would never pass by without exploring about numbers. I was constantly busy discovering mathematical workings, throughout which I earned awards from mathematics competitions at the national level, and have shown the love for my country by representing her in international competitions and Olympiads, such as International Junior Science Olympiad, International Mathematics Contest, and Northeast Asian Mathematics Competition. However, as a curious person, as I grew older, I started exploring other areas like economics and management during high school. While reading books and articles about economic and financial crisis, I was reminded of the gunshots I heard from my apartment during Saffron Revolution I faced in 2007. I learned that the rise in petrol price was the reason people protested. Moreover, my parents had to close down their main restaurant business due to economic instability, only to reopen a year later. It was always been disturbing to know that Myanmar's government spending on health and education was among the lowest in the world. If economics can pulverize one's country, why not prosperity? The first half of my long-term ambition calls for it to be a major contributor in Myanmar's economy, leaving positive impacts. With this newly found ambition in mind, I started my contributions to the education of Burmese youth. First, I participated as an organizer and science teacher in a summer school for underprivileged children. Then, upon finishing my IGCSE exams, I was offered a position by a tuition center, where I tutor students on accounting and business studies. Such service experiences have greatly improved my communication and leadership skills. In addition, I have recently joined a non-profit organization, Bridge Burma, as a brand ambassador. Bridge Burma's mission is to help Burmese students connect and share knowledge to cultivate collective wisdom in Myanmar. This way, I'm eventually making a positive impact on Myanmar's education sector. In addition to participating in service activities, I pore over books, articles, and videos on economics, management, and entrepreneurship every day. Although I have become extremely passionate about entrepreneurship and economics, I still wanted the enjoyment mathematics has had to offer me. As I started studying for my A-level management accounting course, I realized I can manage a business while being a number cruncher as well, something I would truly love as a career. And commercial banks being the main regulators of economies, finance will also allow me to combine my interests in economics and mathematics. Thus, the answer for me to pursue all my interests of mathematics, management, and economics has been found: accounting and finance degree. The second half of my long-term ambition evoked to innovate and improve the financial services in an economy. Along with my GCE International A-level examination in 2019 June, a desire to maximize my learning process has also motivated me to undertake the LCCI Level 3 Diploma course, which will end in 2019 July. I learned to play a piano since 10 and for me in its alluring nature, such that different notes entail different emotions. Currently, I grasp information on music theory have I got free time. While the gunshots remind me of Myanmar's haunting past, my experience with her beautiful culture and people provide me with optimism for our future. Due to recent policy changes and reforms, there have been quick economic development and increase in foreign investments. As someone curious in stock markets, I also anticipate Myanmar's stock market to grow rapidly in the next few years. After virtually experiencing day trading on MetaTrader 4 for a year, I got more familiar with candlestick charts and technical analysis on forex and commodity markets. Now I have a solid plan to seek a job in a more developed country than where I am from, such as Hong Kong upon my graduation, as I believe this will equip me with necessary technical and practical knowledge required to innovate, impact, and support commercial banks and slowly accomplish my ambition of contributing in Myanmar's economy within the financial sector. I look forward to new challenges and experiences awaiting in my undergraduate years.